Trainwreck, who is a giant piece of shit.
That is not what I thought you would ask me about at all.
I have other things.
Okay.
What did you think I would ask you about?
I thought it might be the Sniper Wolf tweet.
That's coming.
This feels like what's that thing that people do in church, like confessional, you know?
20 Bloody Marys,
We need, like,
10
a thing.
Jimmy.
Yeah. Confess your
of
sins.
sins.
Well,
Yeah.
the other day I tweeted this.
So, Trainwreck, who we all know as the gambling
Lord.
degenerate fucking loser psycho. Like, I actually just really despise him. He said about Pokey that she was the
Like-
most corrupt person on Twitch.
What?
Yes.
Is that a tweet? I don't have the tweet.
Wait.
What?
Or the.
So, okay, do you guys know the context of him saying that?
No, please educate me.
No, the context is actually insanity. So remember when me, Hassan, a few people were advocating for gambling to be banned on Twitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
So during that time, obviously Train was not a fan of mine at all. But you know, it wasn't even against him. That's what I wanted for the platform personally.
Mhm.
There was a call that Train and XQC leaked to Destiny. So Train, XQC, Mizkif, Asmongold, I don't know who else. They all had a private call. And of course, someone recorded it. And then they gave that recording to another streamer. And then that streamer live recorded to this private conversation between 4 of like the largest male creators on Twitch. And they were just saying some of the wildest.
Really?
It was so weird. Yeah.
I had no idea
We
about this.
talked
too.
about it a
Yeah,
little
and
bit.
that,
Pull it
so
up.
it was in this like private conversation, private call that was intentionally leaked.
Mhm.
And they're obviously, I mean, some of them were saying not cute things about me, and Train is like, yeah, she's the most corrupt person on Twitch. And I'm sat at home watching like 30,000 people live react to this call.
Yeah.
Okay. It was very, very odd circumstances.
First of all, for Trainwreck to accuse anyone of being corrupt.
Yeah. How is that gonna come out of
Me playing Valorant 98% of the time on stream, she's so corrupt. I don't know.
Dude is such a fucking piece of shit. Talk about corruption. The dude left Twitch and started a new competitor with basically embezzled fucking
Shmoney.
embezzled
Funds?
what do you call it? Laundered money.
Oh.
Just straight up cryptocurrency, getting tons of people addicted to the deadliest vice there is. Of course, in my
Gambling.
opinion, I say it's embezzling and I say it's money laundering. That's my opinion. I'm not privy to any.
I like when you guys did your little
The hut.
little Sherlock Holmes thing, looking up the address,
I
figuring
love
out
that part.
where is this LCC located?
It's headquartered
All that
in
stuff. LLC, sorry.
small hut in
Well, you know.
Curacao. And so, this dude accusing anyone of corruption is
It's
It was just so random to me.
laughable. It's
So here's your response, although I want to hear that video. Does anyone have it?
right.
Oh,
It's hours long.
Is there not a highlights reel?
I mean,
There's like a live stream fail like rubric for it. I just put it in the chat if you wanted to see it. It's so long.
yeah.
I watched
It
all
was
of it. It's
insanely
horrible.
long.
Yeah.
So they're just being, oh, I didn't know that. So Asmongold, who was in it?
Asmongold, yeah.
It was like an OTK meeting, no? And then Train.
No.
and XQC.
This was when Miz and Trainwreck had that big blowout on Twitter, and so this was supposed to be like almost like a reconciliation kind of call, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But XQC was there, Asmon was there, and I don't know who else.
Was Mizkif saying mean things?
Miz was actually, this was a reason that like Miz and I's relationship had a falling out for a while. He wasn't necessarily saying bad things about me, but he wasn't also, you know, he was, yeah. And he was more so saying like, oh, Train, like I don't feel that way about you. It's like Hassan and Pokey that are like after you in a way. But I know Miz had like his own things to deal with, and we've already resolved it, so.
You know, there's something I've noticed about Twitch that I don't understand it because it's just so not my world.
Mhm.
But there seems to be like high level collusion where all the top streamers, they all, like there's not a lot of them. There's like maybe 10, 15, I don't know. And they all fucking talk and they all know each other. And like if there's tension or beef, they like they talk about it and move on, which is probably good on the whole. But on the other hand, it leads to
Wait, you think they talk about it and move on?
I don't know. They talk about shit like this call is evidence. Like I don't think this call
Oh.
would ever happen
On
in like
YouTube?
you know
Oh, I
Logan
see.
Paul and
It's because
Ethan
honestly,
Klein,
there's.
David Dobrik.
It's because everybody, like, Twitch is such a bubble. If something's going on in it, there's no way around it. You need to go through it, essentially.
Mhm.
So I think that's why it's a little more confrontational than perhaps YouTube, where people can kind of reside in their own islands, which I personally actually like about
I
YouTube.
feel like we're in our own island.
Yeah.
Most
And you can just say and do whatever, and it's like you and your community. But Twitch is like one huge community, and because there's directories, someone else's viewers can come to you so easily. You know?
It's like, in a way, there's something about it that sounds kind of
Why is
nice,
it linking
maybe,
to this?
but
Click
I
it.
feel like in reality, it's a very toxic.
It has its pros and cons
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm,
So I mean, you know,
yeah.
sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I was more of like a YouTube streamer. I don't know.
Mhm.
No, it
But-
doesn't open anything.
Pros and cons for sure.
Yeah.
I click these. Um. Oh, you sent me a new one? The call. Is there the call?
That call was
Oh,
look at it's 5
Oh.
hours.
Oh yeah.
Look
Let's
at all
see.
these people.
Insane.
Asmongold, it's interesting that he showed his ass to be a fucking piece of shit. That's fucked up.
I used to look up
XQC,
to him.
you know, who cares about XQC?
Crazy.
He's got a nice watch, apparently. And Trainwreck, we know, is basically a criminal. I mean, in my opinion. Dude has literally no ethical light in his life.
Yeah.
Mizkif, I don't really know that much about. He should have spoke up for you.
Mm.
I don't know who the fuck this is.
Mitch Jones.
I wish, but I know
Who's the
Yeah.
last person?
It's Mitch Jones. I
Mitch
don't know what
Jones.
he's
This
doing there.
person?
Yeah.
Or this person?
No,
the middle one.
the middle.
Yeah, that's Mitch.
That's the people on the call. The 5.
Who's Mitch?
Mitch is an old school WoW streamer. He's been on Twitch a very, very long time. I don't recall exactly what his involvement in this call was. So
He was at the time roommates with Miss Kiff, I think, too. Or not roommates. He lived in his house.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny though that it's like all men
yeah,
and
basically
then-
all older than me talking about me being so. I'm like,
I hate
what?
to say it, you know, but it really is a boys' club in
It
so many of
is.
these spaces.
It just is.
Yes, sir.
Like when how many women were even in the Beast hide and seek thing? I think it was just 2.
Yep.
I think it was her and Bella Porch.
That's why I could empathize so much with what she said because
Bella
it's tough. You can't
Yeah.
hold that sentiment of boys' club against one person individual. I just wish people were a little bit more considerate of when it feels that way, especially to other minorities in a space. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
so
you.
and then also finally is the how do I put this? It's Destiny. Destiny's Child. Hassan's arch nemesis, Destiny. Destiny's Child.
True. I always forget about that.
They fucking hate each other, apparently.
That's like old school lore.
I can't
I don't
can't
know
really
anything
follow
about
it.
that lore.
Yeah, I
have
can't really
no
follow
idea.
it. I just
Me
know.
neither.
Mm.
It's hard to
They're almost
follow.
like- it seems like they hate each other as much as like me and Keemstar went through like deep.
Of like years and
Yeah.
years, you know? That's what it feels like.
It's in the blood.
But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go? I fucking lost the link again. Damn.
Oh, I also want to re-clarify. The call wasn't about me.
Mhm.
It was about like essay allegations, blah, blah. Yeah, I was just brought up at some point.
Yeah.
So do we know who leaked it then? Because there wasn't a lot of people on it.
I think it was XQC or Train. I don't remember who exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was one of those two.
They're the 2 scumbags that would do that. Yeah.
I feel like they mentioned that at some point in the call, but I don't know.
XUC posted this on his channel?
He did?
This
Well, then it
is-
was X. Yeah.
What the fuck? He posted this on his main channel called The Leaked Mizkif Call. The Truth Comes Out. What up?
Sometimes I'm embarrassed of my industry.
He is such a dude. Holy shit, man.
Whoa.
Holy fuck. Is there timestamps at least? Oh, okay. Thank you.
No shit.
Whoa.
That's what Pokey does. Pokey's one of the most corrupt figures on Twitch. The only problem is that
Wait, real quick. Who's that other voice? Is it that's Asmongold, right? I think it is. Okay, okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Somebody's streaming,
Yes.
Destiny.
but people can't hear the call.
Yes, but he pauses and plays it whenever he wants.
So these are just pictures of the people in the call. It's
Yes.
not them.
But his audience can't hear what he's saying.
So Destiny's streaming the video of the recording
call.
of the
He's
call.
just reviewing it. Oh, he
Yes.
wasn't on the call.
Yeah,
yes,
it's
yes, yes,
confusing.
correct.
XQC ripped
Got it.
The
Destiny's
VOD,
Wait,
yeah.
he ripped Destiny.
He
Yeah.
ripped the
Yeah.
VOD and
Crazy.
I know.
It's so fucked up.
Dude, what a dumbass.
I know.
Piece of shit he is. Somebody please sue him. Somebody please sue
That's
that
what I'm saying. Like, if you were to try to explain this to someone, like, sometimes I hang out with my friends, and, you know, I'm going through it, I'm thinking about this stuff, and they're like, they're normies. They don't really watch Twitch. And they're like, babe, what's going on? Like, how do you explain this to someone?
You can.
You
can.
can't.
That's how I constantly feel with all my friends.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Yeah.
see here.
Twitch thinks she's not replaceable. So that's why they listen. There's two people that do it right. I think X knows this, right? Nick Merckx and Pokimane. Those are the two people, the only two people Twitch does not want to lose. Do you understand? The only two people, Nick Merckx and Pokimane. That's it. They believe they are not replaceable. Everyone that they don't re-sign with, they believe are
People
replaceable.
though, bitch. He's obviously just mad because you're trying to.
Loki, that's kind of like sweet in a way, or like flattering. You know, he's like, Twitch just really cares about these two creators. I'm like, that's nice, but why is there so much resentment in your voice?
He fucking.
you know, I don't
he's
know.
So bitter. Because
Yeah.
he's like, dude, I have to get my bag by doing like shady stuff and like basically indirectly like killing people.
Maybe that is the underlying.
And he's
reason,
like,
I don't
damn,
know.
but she just plays video games. And
I mean, he could do the same. He really could.
No, he couldn't. Nobody would watch him play video games. He's not entertaining. He might be actually. I've heard it to the contrary. He might be.
I used to like him back in the days. Yeah.
Yeah, he might be entertaining. Actually, I don't know.
He's lost his ways from
All
funny.
this stuff, let's focus on what you
Yeah,
said.
let's
You
get-
said I orchestrated that I trained. I want you to listen to the scenario. I woke up. I remember the whole day. This was one of the scariest days of my lives. My best friend in the whole world, Slick, is getting accused
Oh,
of...
it was this whole thing. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
His
That's what the
housemate
call was about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there more? Is that no? But like
That
more
was, I think,
about-
the main
Yeah.
relevant part to
So anyway, here you responded to Trainwreck. That's kind of what I'm getting.
So Train came to my channel a couple weeks ago and he gifted 100 subs, and I was like, oh,
Oh.
why?
I'm just so curious.
Yeah.
Did you ever get any clarity on what happened there?
No.
He just came, gifted 100.
Well, you'll see in the clip, yeah.
All right, here it is.
I'm just so curious. Why did you call me the most corrupt person on Twitch? I just want to know. And then we can move on. I'm just so, because to me, that was, I thought that was like a little funny. And so I would love to hear your side of it, and then we can move on, But again, when I speak generally about something, like, I never mean to pass judgment on individuals, and I'm so sorry it came off that way. I can be against gambling and still get along with people who do that, if that makes sense. Or like gambling on stream, blah, 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 whatever. Did I say you're the most corrupt? Can I have a clip for context? You can send whatever, don't want to put you on.
Oh, he's actually
Okay, yeah.
responding to you.
So let me clarify. He came to my stream, he gifted a bunch of subs, and I noticed this is something Trainwreck does.
What a dork. He's denying it.
Sometimes, yeah, so for me, I was like, there are so many times where I feel like really not okay things have happened, and then once the person who did the thing just like all of a sudden wants to get over it, I'm expected to get over it
Right.
without addressing what occurred. So I was like,
Right.
I think he maybe wrote a message where he's like, oh, like, I just want to move past the stuff that happened in the past. And I said, okay, but can you just tell me, like, why did you say that? Especially having it wind up being a clip that, like, hundreds of thousands of people see.
Re-uploaded to his channel.
Yeah, it was a lot. And so, you know, I call him out on that. And he says, did I say you're the most corrupt? Can I have a clip for context? You can send whatever. Don't want to put you on the spot. And we did pull up the clip. And then his other reply was something like, oh, I don't really remember why I said that, but you can DM me and we can like talk about it or something.
Phony.
So,
He was obviously so angry and passionately. Why do you think he did say that about you? The most corrupt person on Twitch.
I mean, as you heard him say, he was saying like, Twitch just doesn't want to lose like these two people, me and Nick Mercs, which I don't want to say is true or not, but I do agree, like, you know, Twitch values different creators for different reasons, right? And so I think maybe that's just something he didn't agree with, and maybe he thought like, I don't know.
Your fault.
Maybe he thought that was unfair.
Wait,
maybe he thought he deserved better.
Are they doing rumors that like you were sleeping with someone at Twitch? Or is that somebody else?
I've never heard that.
Oh shit. They were saying that about somebody on Twitch, weren't they, Love?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all women, at the second they like...
Woo!
No. Everyone gets accused of that. It's like the go-to fucking bullshit.
Dude, Twitch is a nightmare.
True. I haven't heard them
shit.
specifically say that kind of thing about me, as far as I know. But I thought corrupt was a little bit crazy. Just because I'm saying like, hey, can we not gamble on the platform? Kids are watching. Woo.
I mean, corruption would be like if like the casinos in Vegas were paying you to say that so that people would go play there instead.
Yeah.
That would be corruption.
Right.
And I do want to
That's
say...
something Train would do.
Yeah. Like, I was laughing about it in the clip, but in reality, like, what happened was, like, really not funny and not easy to deal with. And that was one of the times being in this industry that I felt, like, extremely unsafe. And I avoided industry events for a while because even just standing up against gambling, I got so much harassment. And then on top of that, to have, like, 5 of the most popular male streamers in a private call saying, yeah, no, she's so corrupt. I couldn't even imagine what some of their viewers might be thinking, the lengths that people might go to. And so, like, I try to play things off a lot, but in reality, like, that shit is not easy to deal with, and 100 gifted subs is not going to make me overlook it either.
Like, who gets
I don't know. If you want to say sorry, say that, and then maybe we can move on.
The thing is also, like, if people are listening to a private call, they might assume that he's privy to him, because he didn't really
Exactly. But there is nothing to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a douche.